Adventures of Irvingman! We begin at the Metropolis City Club. I'm not sure what that is, but I suspect it's one of those places where rich and important men gather to tell one another how rich and important they are. Gomez, Adams, crap, we're in the wrong show. 11 years early. Another man joins him and they start talking about Superman.
He closed 14 gambling places in 2 hours, single-handed. Simply amazing.
Do I detect a note of envy?
You certainly do. Can you imagine having that much power?
You don't just need power. You need the wisdom to use it well and for the best purposes. Without that, well, keep watching.
To defy authority without fear of punishment.
But Superman doesn't defy authority. He cooperates with it.
I know. But he has the power to if he wants to exercise it. That's what counts. The power, the ability.
His friend says, what would you do with all that power if you had it? That's kind of a key question.
Almost better than being Superman would be having the ability to control him.
Our friend's nickname, we'll find out, is Bet a Million Butler, and he's living up to it. The wager amount is $100,000. That's just under $1 million in today's money. They have a bet.
$100,000, you can't control Superman for 30 minutes.
Oops, can't do that now. Got to do the Corona bump or something similar. Next thing we know, he's paying a visit to Lois Lane at the Daily Planet.
How do you do, Miss Lane? My name is Baum.
When Lois saw the trench coat, she assumed he was a flasher and bashed him with the phone.
B-A-U-M.
No, not B-A-U-M, B-O-M-B, Baum.
That's a rather odd name.
Yes. And my first name is Human. I am a human bomb.
She wants to brush him off, but he's a little more serious than she realizes.
Of all the ridiculous things.
When she realized what he did have under the coat, she bashed him with the phone again. He lost his bet. I think she ran out of steam. It's not hard to see what he has in mind. With Lois as a hostage, Superman pretty well has to obey him. He says, call whoever you want. Let's get this show going. Clark is out, so she ends up with Jimmy. Butler lets him examine one of the dynamite sticks to verify that it's the real thing. Jimmy goes to get the police. Butler says, it's going to get crowded in here, and I don't like crowds. But what's the alternative?
We're quite high, aren't we? We wouldn't be crowded out on that ledge, would we?
Lois has a massive case of acrophobia, but he doesn't care. He takes her out there anyway.
No answer, Kent's apartment. He must be on his way over.
Gosh, I hope so. Somebody's got to do something.
What do you mean, somebody's got to do something? Are you inferring that Kent can do anything I can't do?
Kent can do a lot of things you can't do, like talk in a normal tone of voice.
Golly, no, Mr. White. It's only that Miss Lane's in there with that nut, and sometimes Mr. Kent can get in touch with Superman.
Are you inferring that Superman can do something I can't do?
Well, I guess maybe you're going to fire me, Chief, but let's face it, the answer is yes.
Guess you're right. Let's go.
Go where? See, if you want to get Superman's attention, what you do is you get this really big searchlight, put a big S figure on it, and put it on top of the planet building. When you need Superman, you shine it in the sky and he sees it. You know, that's a great idea. I hope somebody doesn't steal it. Lois is having trouble walking on the ledge in her heels.
Watch out!
When it was all over, the police cited her for littering and reckless endangerment by shoe. Clark goes upstairs, assesses the situation, makes an excuse to leave, and ducks into his usual storage room to change.
The robbery I spoke of will take place within 30 minutes at the Metropolis Museum. Nothing of great value will be stolen. In any event, it will be returned. You will remain here.
We've seen a couple of henchmen watching him through binoculars, so I guess they're the ones who were supposed to pull off the robbery. Now, if the police catch them, how does that affect the bet?
What happens at the end of 30 minutes?
I release Miss Lane.
All right.
All right, what?
You can go ahead with your robbery.
Where are you going?
Inside. It makes me nervous to see Miss Lane out here.
It makes you nervous.
He ducks into Clark's office.
What are you doing?
There's a tape recorder in Mr. White's office, isn't there?
Yes.
Get it.
It's not hard to see what he's doing. Unless you have a sharp nose for news like Perry does, he's still pretty clueless. They maneuver the inspector into the chair, and Jimmy records a statement from Superman so he can play it back any time Butler talks to him.
No comment until the time limit is up.
So far, it's working.
Better let me handle that thing. Better cinch to botch it.
It won't be much longer, Miss Lane. I just told Miss Lane it won't be much longer, Superman.
I turned the wrong switch and wiped it off the tape.
Or it was until Perry decided to fix it. Fortunately, Superman said it twice. Jimmy runs the tape back to the other one. Once he's saved the day, Perry takes over again because Jimmy will botch it. We know he will, Perry said so. And the chief couldn't be wrong, could he? While Perry is feeding his ego, Jimmy is checking something in the phone book.
It isn't there. The guy's a fake.
What isn't there?
Nothing.
Jimmy slips out the door while Perry guards the tape player. We see him take one of Perry's golf clubs and go out onto the ledge. Elsewhere, our henchmen are finished with their heist. They're finished, all right.
All right, boys. There's a police station right around the corner. The sergeant will be very happy to give you both free room and board.
Superman carrying that guy is one of the best scenes in the whole series. Back on the ledge, Jimmy has reached our terrorist.
I'm not gonna get back, and unless that phony gets himself and you inside the office pronto, I'm gonna whack him over the head with this niblick or whatever it is.
I've warned you.
Go on, press the button. You know nothing's gonna happen.
Superman, you better get this young fool off my neck. No comment until the time limit is up.
Yeah, if I'm a young fool, you're an old one, because Superman isn't even in there. They've got his voice on a tape recorder.
Way to spill the beans, Jimmy. You better hope you're right and that dynamite is fake.
He double-crossed me. Superman double-crossed me.
Please, you don't understand.
I understand perfectly.
Now, take that handcuff off, Mr. Lane.
He gets Lois inside, then Butler says, "I'm going next."
You're not going anywhere.
I've warned you.
Go on, press that dopey button. You know nothing's gonna happen because that's phony dynamite.
Olson, stay away from him. Keep back.
Go on, why don't you try to blow me out?
You stupid fake fool!
Jimmy would do better to go inside himself and make Butler stay out there. Mr. Arnold Wells, age 54, was severely injured today when a golf club fell out of the sky, impaled his foot, and pinned it to the ground. Mr. Wells was quoted as saying, "Well, I usually just go in circles anyway." In related news, 2 million Metropolis dwellers moved out of the city today. One citizen told our reporter, "When golf clubs start falling out of the sky, it's time to leave."
Ow!
For 1953, on a half-hour TV show budget, that was a decent effect. Butler is in custody, and the police even recognize him. He won't be making any more big bets like that for some time. Jimmy is a genuine hero since he was the one who rescued Lois while Superman was being late to the party as usual. But how did Jimmy know the dynamite was fake?
That first stick of dynamite he showed us said on it it was made by the Apex Powder Company. But when I looked for the Apex Powder Company in the phone book, it wasn't even listed.
But the first stick did explode, remember?
And the fact that a company isn't in the Metropolis phone book doesn't mean that it isn't in some other city.
Oh.
Until next time. Video by Harry Harrison. Audio by Morris Morrison. Wardrobe and makeup by Alice Allison. Your announcer has been Peter Peterson.